Greetings, fellow mayors. This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to the Masterclass series for new and veteran players to help improve their city building and city management skills. And we have returned to Hanami Bay, and to all the new city builders visiting this channel, this is the progress of our city. And the ultimate goal, of course, is to reach the final milestone, and which is about 20,000 population away. So we are currently at 91 traffic flow with no game-changing mods such as Traffic Manager. And in order to reach that 20,000, I have decided to redo this area, and we're gonna have all our residential here, so this will be roughly 20,000. But in order to do that, I need to relocate our industrial area. So first, what we did in the previous episode, I removed our forestry here and we placed it on this side of the map so that it will not create any traffic towards within our main city. So that is one thing that you need to make sure of, is that to keep your industrial away from your city so it does not contribute to unnecessary traffic. So let's take a look at the traffic flow of our forestry. It is absolutely perfect. You may see some red, but that is just because vehicles are taking this road frequently, but that doesn't mean there is actual traffic. So our traffic flow goes up and down. And the other thing that we also want to do is relocate this, which is what we're going to do also in this episode. But for the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust this area so it is incomplete. We have one side of the train track filled in. It will be really neat if we can continue to build our industrial area here, and I will show you how to plan it. So for instance, here I had, so these tracks are originally here, and this abandoned warehouse is also part of the map. And I tend to keep assets within the map itself because it's new buildings that you can't get, right, unless you use the Steam Workshop. Nevertheless, my point is, so this is the 3 tracks that came with the map, and I created this little thing here, and after looking at it, I think it's unnecessary. I could just make this go straight, and then we can combine these tracks together. So with that said, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to pause the game, and I am just going to extend this track and make it go straight forward. And then now this track here is now unnecessary, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Then from here we can merge it together, because where it goes is it has a cargo station here and another one there. So now we reduced the number of tracks, and all I need to do now is I could actually just scoot this as close as possible. But before I do that, let's go ahead and relocate some of these assets. So for example, these props, I'm gonna relocate these abandoned cars, because again, you don't really get to see this that often. Let's make sure they appear. Okay, and also some of these logs would be nice to maintain. Okay, and then these tiny logs, I'm just going to go ahead and delete. Okay, so now we just need this to be on the perfect location. So I'm going to create a road. So from here, I always have my marker. So from the middle, you can see the circle, right? The blue line. So from there, I go up 3 times. Let's make sure it's grounded. 1, 2. Oops. Here, let's do it from this side. Not sure why it elevated, but that's fine. And now, if I place this here, it should fit snugly. There you go. Absolutely perfect. And now I can just relocate these things. But first, let's kind of fix this side. Okay, the question now is, what do we fill this space with? So we have unique factories that we have not utilized, and I'm gonna use this one, the industrial steel plant, because it also has chimneys, and I believe it will look perfect right over here. There we go. And now it's just gonna be a matter of just filling this side. Okay, that was quite simple. Let's see if we could make use of this side as well. I'm not sure if anything here would fit. Let's try to put in or squeeze in this. Yep, I believe this will fit. So I think I could make a road here. Okay, now we can just squeeze in one of these things. There you go. And you notice that this is an alder tree, and I'm actually going to keep it. So I also realize that all of this is the same exact color. We could actually change it because there are alder trees. So let's go ahead and just reconfig some of these things. So now what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna change it to alder trees, and we're gonna use the line tool. We're gonna make sure it is aligned properly. Okay, so what exactly did I do? So if you like zoom out, now we have two different shades of trees. One is the oak tree, and one is we have the alder tree, so it just doesn't look plain. And I'm using it to different locations. So for example, this building, this building comes with its own oak trees. Therefore, everything around it will also have oak trees. So I am also strategically placing where our alder trees are gonna be. So it does not really do anything. Uh, there's no true benefit. It doesn't like make things. It doesn't generate more income. All it does is it just makes it a little more pretty and something different. Then on this side, we're gonna do the same exact thing, but we need to make sure that we have our forestry area on this side. There we are. So we have a little bit of a difference in terms of color. Now let's fill in this area. So right now we have a lot of commercial demand. So I'm going to go ahead and zone in commercial here. Oh, but before they build, I'm going to make this into a different district type. So I'm going to click on this. or create our zoning, and then we're going to change it to emerging downtown. So the emerging downtown looks like this. So you notice the buildings are very squared, and I think it looks perfect if it is with industrial area. So we're gonna see how it looks. Let's see if it fills in nicely. So I'm just gonna fast forward this. I think I can leave this alone now, and I am going to work on this side of the map. Now I also want to fill in this area, but we have this little slope action over here. So I'm gonna put a key just to separate that. Okay, looking good. And let's see. I think we can delete all of these props here. Okay, now let's just go ahead and fill in this area. And for this little space here, I'm going to go ahead and add in a garbage disposal, just so that it helps fill in the gap. There you go. I think that looks fine, and we'll just add more things on this end. Okay, I think we have more than enough. Let's go ahead and continue zoning this as well. Let's extend this, going to the other side. Okay, times 3 speed. Then I'm just going to simply zone it. So for this side, I only want to zone, let's see, on this end. So I'm gonna be using this thing to remove zones. Okay, there we are. So now we just need to wait for this to fill in. So while that is ongoing, our next project is to again remove all of these here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all the trees here. They are no longer necessary. Then we need to relocate this thing. So we have a factory here, and here's the oil main building. And first, I'm just gonna use Move It mod in order to do this quickly. Oh, before we move it, we need to make sure that the industrial zone is going towards the other side. So I will use the small brush. Then we are going to make our little path going to this side, and we are going to build it here. So the reason why I'm placing it here is, again, you need to isolate your industrial area away from your main city. And the reason why I had it there is because we did not have this tile unlocked. So now that we do, I am slowly yet surely placing everything on this side away from the city. So this will help manage our traffic even further. Okay, so but this area, as you can see, it is on like on a mountainous area. So I will kind of flatten at least the top part. Okay, that seems to be more than enough. Okay, let's go ahead and drag her to the other side. Okay, let's start again. I'm going to select the whole thing. Make sure all the nodes, segments, and buildings are selected. Then we're gonna have a huge transfer operation. Let's see, place it here. Okay, this looks like a perfect spot. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we just need to expand this and we're gonna transfer those other things here. So first, this did not really follow the rules that I implemented, as in putting like extra roads so that this is the main road. So if you look at it, everything is attached to this, so it's actually causing traffic, and I didn't fix it because I knew that I was going to relocate it. So now that it is relocated, let's finalize the design of this. But first, instead of just having all of that, I am going to place in another building that is somewhat similar. Let's see, let's grab the one here. Actually, this thing, soft paper factory. So I'm gonna place this one over here. There, that works. Let me check if a building can fit here. Oops, let's make sure this is turned on. Yep, she fits like a glove in there. I could even put it one more, but maybe it's not necessary. Just put in another one. And possibly the tiny ones can go here. Let's just grab from this end, because a lot of these things are gonna move. Okay, I am happy with this side. So as you can see, this has these little things here, and what we have similar to that is actually these things, the inland water treatment plant. So I'm gonna try to utilize this and or capitalize on its appearance and see if we could match it. Ooh, that's perfect. Now I just need to create a few more. Let's make sure our terrain is flattened. So we're just gonna have to make this a little bigger. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot because we are kind of matching buildings together. And all we need to do now is fill in the area and find a way to go to utilize this. So on this side, let's see if this thing can fit here. Oh wow, it fits like a glove. Yeah, that is perfect. Oh, I was a little too ambitious. That will not fit. Let's work our way here. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, it fits nicely. And let's work out this end. So as mentioned, this should have minimal things attached to it. So that's why I am relocating this side to make all the things attached on this instead of on this road. Okay, now let's work on this side. I would preferably want to remove everything here because these things are attached on the inner part, so that will create traffic. So let's go ahead and remove them, but in order to do that, we need to figure out what to place in there. So these things are not, this should be here. So I'm gonna relocate that, and also our main building. So for these buildings here, right? They are mostly squared, and I think I want to mix into the our main city. So even though these generate a little noise and a little pollution, I'll just make sure that they are commercial buildings, because when you look at this, see how the buildings are blending in nicely with our industrial building, and it's a very large one, and it's gonna look awesome when it is totally filled in. So I think I'm gonna have the same idea going here by utilizing these other industrial buildings, so at least it doesn't just look like a normal zone building. So if you notice this side here, it's a little bit more creative, especially when we plop in other types of buildings, right? Instead of just having one large zone. So that is the idea that I'm going to have here. So these guys can pretty much stay, and we'll figure out how to utilize them. So for now, so we have these things to fill in. I need to remove majority of this, and we're gonna place it on the other side. Okay, so now this should guarantee that the middle part will have minimal traffic because nothing is attached on it. And I can now just fill in this side. I'm still not sure what we can do on here. Let's see if there are any more buildings that we could utilize. Oh, these things? The oil maintenance building? Yeah, I suppose that will work. Okay, yep, that works. And now we just need to fix the other side. Let's see, I'll just place this one here for the meantime. Okay, I'm very satisfied with the layout. So now the next step is, how do we get this into the highway? So this highway, we are gonna have to make some adjustments. First, I'm going to make it a little thinner. Then we need a road going up. We can't go directly here because the road is, or it's just way too steep. So we need to make it gradually go up. So it has to start on this end. Okay, so this will be our magic road that will go through there. We're just gonna make it gradually go in that direction. I'm gonna use elevated road. Hold on, let's try to align it with this thing. Connect it together, then make sure it's facing the right direction. So now I'm gonna use a mod just to make sure it is like it has the right elevation. So let's select all of these, maybe up to here. There, so we are on the right slope. Yep, and then so everything else on this end, going to adjust it so that it will be grounded. Let's go ahead and curve this one. Okay, this should work. Let me check. Yep, all of that is zoned, so it should work properly. And last but not least, we need to have this. So this is where all our oil is coming from. It's possible to make a road from here to go into this. And then maybe it will just go in through here. We could try that. So yeah, we can try that. I'm gonna try to create a new road, a dedicated road just for this. This should be a one-way toll booth, by the way. Okay, now we're gonna resume the simulation and we're gonna see if this is the right path. So you can see all our trucks are coming in. That's a lot of trucks. So they're gonna go through this highway. They're gonna come in. Oop, there's no electricity. There we go. Speaking of electricity, no, I think I'll just leave it as this. Okay, this should function well. And so we kind of eliminated some of these things here. We added more industry, and eventually, so this is now mostly gone. And the last remaining industry to fix is this one, which is our farming area here. So they will be relocated to this end and we will have the perfect industrial area. So industry usually takes two tiles, more or less. Okay, let's just check out the traffic flow. So we're still holding at 91. And then on this side, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of trucks coming in. It's gonna look like there's traffic, but it is actually not traffic. It's just hiccups whenever they reach an end. But for the most part, it is functioning properly. And let's make this into a one-way route. There's actually a 4-lane. Okay, here we go. Yep, very clean. However, it may appear that our oil here is going into this one. Oh, this is not a one-way road, so that kind of explains all the hiccup here. There you go. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, this thing. Yeah, this is not allowed. Oh no. So the traffic here is because this used to be exclusive for our oil, right? Now it's going to here, and this is also our ore. So each of your industry should have its own cargo station. Otherwise, this is what's going to happen. So now you can see you got ore trucks, you got oil trucks, and you also have commercial coming in and out. So we need to utilize this one. So I am going to create another path in order to go into this road. Okay, so now let's see if it'll make a difference. So theoretically, they should be taking this cargo station because it's closer. Yep, so some of them are going to start heading here. Okay, now let's just take a look at this one. We could also make this into a highway road. So highway roads will make it much more enticing for them to take because the route is faster. Okay, this will take some time for all of this to kind of disappear. But yeah, it's just a matter of time. We just need to wait. But overall, I think this works. Yep, there it is. So as you can see, there's less oil trucks going in this direction. So this is already dissipating. Yeah, so it's equally distributed now. Look at that. Oh yeah, let's look at the buildings actually. Yep, it's matching. Oh, I should have made it historical. So we click on this, set historical. Okay. Let's check the profits of our so this is earning 15 with 0 imports, and of course our our ore also 0 imports. That's very important. Our oil itself is also 0 imports, and I think we can go ahead and remove this zoning so it will transfer to this side of the map. So okay, so everything is solved. Everything seems to be working as the way they should be. Yep, there are no more oil trucks, or very few. Yep, there's only a few of them going here. Not as many as before. And there we have it.